Hey, how's it going? We are just finished 116 week. Overall, it was a great week. I managed to reach out to different organizations, accomplish many conference calls. So overall was a great week, if anything. Let's jump on something that I was covering in more detail this week would be number of different centers. Since I'm looking to close on the different contracts, part of the requirements most likely going to be having access to different facilities, know-how, many different things, right? That's a list of different facilities between them. That would be Warwick. You have NCC. From all of these facilities, some of those haven't responded to me over 4 months. Some of those respond recently. That will be Warwick and MTC only. So, but perhaps everyone's busy, they understaffed. Many reasons can be, and or people might be on holidays just before Christmas time, right? So, if anything, I'll look into you do business with all of them. And hopefully later this week, I would be able to have two conference calls or so, where I'm going to be taking a look at the processes of how myself or any business can do and work with them. From there, we are going to be taking a look at this week. That would be week 117. For this week, for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have conference calls. And we're gonna finalize week with finance, where we're gonna be taking a look at different opportunities available and how we can potentially secure finance. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at scalability beyond visual line of sight operations when it comes to drone operations. I'm going to be taking a look at Civil Aviation Authority within UK and some of the recent information that was published on the official website and some of the obstacles that they're looking to solve to make it secure and safe for everyone to operate drones beyond line of sight, right? Quick note, I would reach out to some of those organizations, government organizations, in order to secure finance, and they would reply to me that it's nothing new. These people who was elected to oversee all the opportunities, all the business reaching out in order to secure finance for some of those opportunities, right? They would say that making deliveries with drones is nothing new. Okay, if it's nothing new, why it haven't been done, right? So it's so silly. It's so silly. Some of those people up there, I don't know who's elected those people. Since then, I would reach out to try to hold any of those people accountable. It's very hard to do the process either way, and I don't know who is electing those people. There should be more accountability going that way, right? Since that would slow things down by a lot when it comes to even people or businesses looking to resolve this issue, in particular when it comes to delivering with drones, right? How many people are looking to solve this issue? Not that many, I can give you that. And when you're looking yourself to secure finance, incompetence in some of those people, it's over the top. In particular, let's take a look at scalability. Currently, the way how I would rephrase it, right? So there would be perhaps one person operating one drone, right? And then we are looking at scalability, where potentially software would operate drones, if that makes sense, right? Then software would operate drones. There's a lot of reasons why it haven't been done yet on a large scale. So that's why currently any of the deliveries have been delivered by a big man, mailman, right? He's delivering all the mail, right? Then it comes to on making those deliveries through drones. We're taking a look at some of the legal framework and the way how overseeing government institutions would put it. Then it comes to operator not being able to see the drone. So the way how they structure that beyond visual line of sight operations, which can be challenging thinking, in particular when it comes to health and safety. Not to do it, everyone can perhaps do it. Everyone can do it. So even though those people reading some of those project plans, right? They are saying everyone can do it. Yes, everyone can do it. But can they do it on a large scale, securely, safely, without? That's an issue. That's an issue that nobody managed to solve on a large scale yet. That's an issue. It's not an issue that everyone can do it. Everyone, yes. But can they do it securely without injuring anyone or damaging anything? That's an issue. Let's go in more detail why, or perhaps some of the reasons. The way how Civil Aviation Authority put it, that would be pillars. There's all the subjects very complex, right? But there are some qualified people put it in a way so it would be easy to understand everyone when it comes to understanding needed pillars that your business need to operate in a way where it would be done properly, if anything. They have published that on the company or the organization's website. Let's cover that in this video, right? Over the coming months and perhaps even years, hopefully months, right? The Civil Aviation Authority is working to address the remaining regulatory challenges that will enable authorized operations to operate beyond visual line of sight, or BVLOS, in a scalable, sustainable way. Safety is everyone's priority, at least it should be. To achieve our goal, we must make sure our space users are sufficiently protected and the risk to operate and property on the grounds is minimized. So there's a lot of obstacles, right? So putting in this kind of way, but yeah, I see what they're trying to address with some of these articles. This video is going to be way too long, right, to cover everything in all the detail, but some of the issues that they're looking to address. So coming from a business standpoint of view, coming from a safety standpoint of view, monitoring all the process, so there's a lot of things to cover. This video is going to be way too long. Let's cover just the basics, right? We have consolidated our plan into 4 primary areas of work. We call them the 4 pillars. Let's cover just so it's very summarized way, right? As well as the building different ways, how we're building sandboxes, and those sandboxes, different businesses testing and trying different things, how they're gonna planning or doing it. But I will be sharing all the brief information within this area. 4 pillars. Let's start with the first one. Pilot competency. Industry wants a simpler, more standardized mechanism to demonstrate the competence of the pilots when flying BVLOS, or beyond visual line of sight operations. In collaboration with the industry, we are developing a next phase of formal pilot competency beyond the GVS to support this. So we're working on developing that. So there will be competence, right, when it comes to someone like a pilot operating everything. Myself, I see those kind of things slightly different. Perhaps it would be slow transition period, but either way, I'm not entirely sure what would be the best way. So it's currently on the process, so everything's in works like Flightworthiness. That would be the next pillar. Industry need a formal, nationally recognized mechanism to demonstrate that robustness of the aircraft, then applying for a operational authorization. Alongside industry, we are developing a set of requirements for certain UAS that will be enabled assessed by the network of flightworthiness recognized assessment entities. So that would be a second pillar. Next one would be risk assessment. In order to authorize more complex UAS operations at scale, we need more sustainable mechanism to assess and mitigate risk to that end. The UK will be adopting the slightly amended version of JRUS 2.5 specific operations risk assessment SORA. The primary amendments will come from the risk class to take into account primarily exemptions to the UK standardized European rules of air. So we most likely gonna be looking for ways how we can taking a look at the market, what kind of approaches others have adopted, and we're looking to amend those so it would be perhaps more cost-effective way, I guess. Either way. Next would be airspace. How we safely integrate BVLOS operations into your case, BizN or compact airspace in one of the key challenges initially. We are exploring the use of unanticipated air environmental to sufficiently address the mid-air collision risk when operating in non-segregated airspace. In the medium to long term, our focus is on enabling a regulatory landscape with supporting and adapting to detect and or avoid technologies. This particular technology, there's certain characteristics were currently being implemented in different regions, not necessarily UK's region, and detect to avoid some of the very interesting technologies there where they monitoring drones are monitoring sound, so if they can hear other airplanes or anything in the air, they would detect that airplane and avoid, but it's not perfect system, so it's undergoing process, right? We're looking to implement different systems as well without making the airplane or UAVs perhaps too heavy. So there's a lot of problems there as well as electronic competency. So there's different ways how we're looking to address different problems, in particular when it comes to health and safety. For those of you who are interested in learning more, I have published the book Rise Impact. Within this book, I'm focusing a lot of things. One of those things being livestock enterprise and how to establish your first livestock enterprise, as well as I'm focusing a lot on business fundamentals, where everyone need to begin, where to start, what or some of those areas that every business would need to know, in particular when looking to establish and achieve first milestone in anything. I have set financial goal that everyone should focus on, but there is a different metrics that you can use. That will be from zero to first 10,000 euros, dollars, pounds, and how you can achieve this milestone. In this book, I'm sharing all the information of how to achieve this particular milestone. For those of you who are interested in livestock enterprise, I would highly recommend you go to QR code in the corner or go in the description below. That is the company's website. There's a lot of opportunities. If anything, I like to bring more people's attention to different opportunities. But if anything, uh, what kind of people, right? If there is sensible, reasonable people, perhaps they can do their own research, understand what I'm covering with some of those videos. You can go to this CAA or Civil Aviation Authority within UK and understand a little bit better for yourself, as well as they constantly releasing a lot of videos as well as podcasts where they're discussing some of the work that they are doing for people who are interested. That not necessarily limited to drones, they are covering a lot of very interesting subjects. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.